Hello everyone. In this lab, I'm going to simulate how to create Oracle Data Guard Broker. Here's my previous lab. I have created a data guard using SQL. Now, let me connect to my SQL first. Connect to the primary one. It will be with the white background. Here is it. And let me connect to the standby database, will be blank background. And let me make sure that listener here is started. All right, and let me make sure database is started here as well. Let me just ignore it now, make it more clear. So here is it. Select open mode from the database. Yes, is it disk v database? Check the role of this. Here I can see the database role. Here is it. Select from v database. It's in the primary role, and here let me check the listener field as well. Listener status. It's up and running, and let me connect to my database here as well. And let me select the role database. It's in the physical and it's the open mode is mount. Very good. So up to here, let me also make sure using the select query of the process of services to check the MPR and log writers that there is applying is going on. Yes, log writer is sending and applying is going on. So up to here, I have a standby database and I have configured it using SQL. Now Oracle have Oracle Broker. Oracle Broker is a utility that will be used to make managing the data guard very easy and will give you a lot of benefits and advantage. You may revert back to the document. This lab is not to show what's the capability and advantage of using data guard broker. Rather than here, I will show you how to build data guard broker, how to create the data guard broker on top of your data guard. So previously I was manage everything using a SQL command. After that, I will be able to use data guard broker command line dgmgrl. Let's see how to do this. So first of all, before we create anything, let's make sure that we configure the listener thing. So in the listener, vi to the network admin listener.aura in both primary and standby, we have to add a static identifier for dgmgrl. It will be like this. For the primary one, I have my database named is orcl. So here, let me paste it and explain it quickly. In the global DB name, my database global name underscore dgmgrl. Oracle Home SID should be available, whatever your SID in the main site. In the primary side, this exactly can be found where in the Oracle documentation of Oracle Broker, Data Guard Broker. So here in the primary, I did this, listener reload, and check it as well, listener status. You will find the services come as a new services. That has been done. Let's go to the standby. In the standby, I will go and do the same thing, but the only different thing will be my global name and SID. Yes, SID can be same. However, in my configuration, I have configured it with different SID to negotiate this. Yes, Oracle ID, you may implement your primary and standby with the same. However, it can be as well different to distinguish between them. However, again, here in the global DB name, in this static SID, I have created the same thing with my global name underscore DGMGRL. This is a keyword need to be used. So Oracle will identify this in the DGMGRL component. Let's paste this here, save it, listener reload, listener status. It's here, everything fine. Let's revert back to the primary screen. What else? Let me connect now to the SQL. Now we are going to see. So before we start, let's see what's the parameter being configured for DG Broker. You will see DG Broker start is false. Same thing here. Let's connect as DBA, show parameter, it's false. This file, broker file, is not available. It will be available after we started this. We may generate it with different path or keep it as is in the DPS, especially if you are in the rack environment. Make sure you intended this in a specific location that you are intending to have it, whether it's in the ASM or you will keep it outside with the binary file of your instance. So before we start, we have to make sure that the parameter show parameter dist underscore 2. This will be, if you implemented using SQL, you will put the services. That's in the primary, we'll talk with the standby, and in the standby, this 2, in standby, it will hit the primary. So everyone destination 2 will be hitted the second one. This parameter need to be set to empty before you enable the broker. Otherwise, your broker configuration will be failed. And the broker will take care about this destination because broker will be on top of your SQL and your data guard configuration. So we have to reset this in both primary and standby. This is prior to managing and creating the SQL data guard broker. So here I have to use this alter system reset log archive for destination 2, scope both memory and this ID. And if you have multi SID for rack, especially, you can use this. And here I'm just copying this, pasted from Oracle document. I will keep it SID as it's, but there is no mean here because I have only one instance. However, I will use it and I will check the parameter again. Show parameter dist 2. You see this 2 has become empty. This should be implemented in the standby instance as well, standby database. So this has been performed. Now again, in both in the primary and in standby, I have to start the broker. If you don't mention the path, it will be with the default path /DPS. So let me start this here. In the primary, being altered. And let me start it here as well. In the standby database. Once this completed, I will revert back to the primary and I will be out. Khas, I have that's done. Now I have the data guard broker started. Now I will be able to use DGMGRL commands. I will connect to sys have been connected. Create. Now I will create my configuration and I will identify my primary database. In the primary side, I will paste this. Create configuration called prod, whatever name between quote. As a primary database, it will be ORCL. This is my name of my primary database. connect identifier in the TNS, it will be ORCL the services. So by this, I have created the configuration file and I added my primary database. Let me create this and see, show configuration. Yes, primary database has been added. Still configuration is disabled. What's next? Next is to add the standby database. So add database, name of database, whatever name you will put as connect identifier. This is the exactly service name should be. This will be maintained as physical. Initially, you have to use only physical. Then later on, we may change this to be logical, snapshot, whatever. So we are just creating the configuration. So let's add the standby database to this configuration. Once this done, yes, it has been added. Show configuration again. Configuration. Yes, so both now primary database and the standby database has been added. So now I will be able to start up my configuration. How I will start it up? There is a command after that to enable this configuration. I will enable configuration, and enter. Enable configuration, that's mean affect this configuration. Let's lead the whatever in the database. So let me enter this. So after that, my database will be managed now with the created configuration, and we will be able to see everything about data guard, managing data guard, switch over data between the role of primary and standby using configuration, even fixing some or adding a fast sync database instance, enabling a fast start failover if all everything can be managed now with easy command using data guard dgmgrl. So let me show the configuration after enabling. Show configuration. Still there is a warning, multiple. Let's give it some time, or we may use show database ORCL. Here its transport is on, and this instance is fine because we did this later, so there is multiple number. Give this just some time, this will be updated soon. Or you may use show database and put the name of database. This will show you the details about this warning. So now, yes, it's become fine because applying has been going on. So if I show the configuration now, yes, everything is fine. This is disabled. This is extra feature. We may have another video on my lab to explain and see how this fast start failure is going on. So our target now is to configure the data guard broker. Same thing can be hit here if I do dgmgrl gmgrl here, connect sys, the password of sys, and show configuration. Sorry, it's my bad. Show configuration. You'll see both can be monitored from this side because configuration file is available here and available here. So by this, we have successfully implemented the data guard broker using dgmgrl and allow me to use this utility to manage and verify my configuration. Thank you for watching my video and see you in another video.